Greetings all, Vanna here for the Earth Signs weekend message, or weekly message, so sorry loves. The first card that came out for you is the Four of Pentacles, and I'm being very drawn to the hands on the wheel. Now the Four of Pentacles traditionally can be someone clinging to everything that they have out of fear of losing. While that can be some of what you guys are holding on to right now, that could be some of the problems or blockages that you are holding on to, is this fear or this lack mentality. What I literally see here with this, and it's so funny because of the amount of religious trauma that I am healing, is Jesus take the wheel of it all. If you know me personally, I have been working very hard to heal my relationship with Yeshua, or the energy that is the divine master of Jesus Christ. I feel like in this, you are being given it's like a guided steering wheel. Like, kind of similar to those little Fisher-Price carts that we would have when we were little, where we have our own wheel, but it's our parents steering the cart and we're keeping ourselves entertained. It's a little bit like that, only you have more control than just the illusion of control and direction that we had when we were children. And even that wording, that phrasing, the illusion of control and direction. Now, your dreams do need a practical plan, with Taurus full moon coming out in the reverse, or coming out in the bottom of the deck. This deck doesn't do reversals. Taurus themselves, you are good enough. And I am here to remind you that you are worthy of the support that you have always had. Look at how these rings are all connected. One does not move without making an impact on another. You have always had support and luck on your side. Virgos out there especially. You have luck on your side right now because this is being done for you. All of these changes, all of these upheavals, everything that is going on, it is being done for you so that you can have this dream life that you have been working on. But you still need to communicate, especially Capricorns out there. Communication. I feel like you guys are going to be given an opportunity to collaborate and work with people. And I keep getting the Three of Wands in reverse when I'm shuffling and working in this. And the message with that one I'm getting is like, you don't have to do it all by yourself. Judgment and Seven of Wands in reverse. With this, I feel like it's not as confusing to you what you need to do as it looks to everyone else. What you need to do, the directions that you are being pulled to take and the moves that you are being asked to make, it does not make logical sense to anyone else, and there will be pushback. There will be people who are trying to say something, that are trying to disrupt you or say that you're not supposed to do it that way. Three of Pentacles in reverse. There are people who cannot see the vision that you see, but it's not for them to see that. This is being done for you. Pluto and Aquarius, or not Aquarius, but Sagittarius coming out in the dice. This is a very deep emotional wound that you have been projecting into the outward behaviors that you show to other people, or just straight up ignoring. And so the underlying desire that is fueling this dream right now is coming from a shadow place. It's coming from this place where you did not feel good enough, and you had to do so much work to have the confidence in yourself that you do now. And there is still that shadow. There will always be that shadow. So Spirit, can we please get a message from my Earth sign shadow self? What is it is fueling their love and desire? I fantasize about you. You fantasize about this person that you could be. When you were a child, you're like, I'm going to be somebody. If you know that song, you're awesome. When you were a child, you always had like these big, amazing dreams of, like, I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to be a talker. People are going to listen to what it is I have to say. People are going to hear. People are going to want to hear what it is I have to say. And those are just some of the things that I said as a child. So your shadow self is fantasizing about you, the you that you are becoming now, and there is pushback because the shadow is what got you to this point. The shadow is what pushed through that uncomfortableness. The shadow is what got you to this point of strength so that you can have this confidence. And there's a part of you, I pretend you didn't mean that much. Your body language says so much. Yeah. You had to carry yourself in a certain way when you lived in your shadow. And I'm not judging or blaming you, my love. I lived in my shadow for a very long time. But I pretend that you don't mean that much. This is the battle that your light aspect has been having right now. And this is part of the reason why you don't feel like you are good enough to achieve this life that you are working for, because you have abandoned or are trying to abandon part of yourself in an attempt to move forward from the life that you become. And we do this sometimes in spirituality. We think we have to rid ourselves of our shadow, that we have to completely separate and lance ourselves from that. But your shadow is as much part of you as your light, because they have to exist. It's the duality. It is the balance that has to come with them. And everyone will always say, like, oh, you can't have light without the dark. But it's a trope for a reason. It's a common saying for a reason. We've taken away the power of those words. We've taken away the validity and the strength of those words because we've overused it. But that doesn't change the strength of those words. Just like when you say, God damn it. We say that too casually, but you are asking heaven to curse something, to make it not. And that is a very powerful energy. And it's very scary. So this, I pretend that you don't mean that much, is your light aspect in an attempt to protect what you have created from that low vibrational, from that negative, because you're afraid if it comes into it, it will disrupt what you have created. Think before you judge others and yourself, because you are still working through and processing so much. Weave together the crown that you deserve. I love that there are roses in this and there are roses in this. Your shadow will walk with you every single day. It is part of your strength. It is a voice inside of you that will not let you be taken advantage of, be pushed around, or be submissive in some situations. There are situations where you absolutely cannot let someone overpower you. And there are other situations where you have to listen to yourself and say, it is not worth my time and energy being exposed and expulsed in this situation. And that's hard, because we have to decide where our integrity is standing up for ourselves and when we are allowing something to slide, picking our battles. You are good enough, and I want you to listen to your intuition. Listen to that gut instinct, that nudge, because that nudge is trying to push you down that road you're trying to walk, wondering where the signs are. You have to learn to listen to your own directions before you can even begin to recognize what's going on around you. Because you have to have that base knowledge, understanding, and trust. That's a big one, the trust. But you are worthy. Have a beautiful day, my earth signs.